How you doing? Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. Oh my word! So last year, I'm trying to do art shows, and good night. It was lame. I mean, sales off 90%. No art shows to be found. Then people say, "Hey, we're going on with our art show," and then they cancel it. So it was really tough to count on anything. Here, I'm gonna move this around there like that. Hey, good to see you folks. Chime in with where you're from, who you are. I want to see some names pop up just so I know who I'm talking to. Thank you for joining me. I am getting close to home. I was out in New Richmond, Wisconsin. There's a big event happening there next weekend. I don't know what that is, but I've heard about it. Anyways, but I'm going to be up in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Uh, but anyhow, anyways, um, well, Carol, I'm just going on, Carol. Everybody's got their things they do. Hey, Izzy Dogs, good to see you. So, um, yeah, I know Pennsylvania. But yeah, you know what's interesting, folks? I don't know, like, do people have some sort of Stockholm syndrome out there or what? Because there's no more mandates in Wisconsin. But apparently, like, some people don't know because they're still. Come on, folks. So my son, he goes to use the restroom, right? And some older guy comes in and he's all, over his face, and my son just kind of smiles and nods to him, and the guy looks at him like this. Really? I mean, geez, buddy. Yeah, like Stockholm syndrome. I mean, apparently he hasn't read the emails that came out in the last couple days. Oh my gosh. Anyways, hey Caleb, just let this play in the background then. You can turn it on mute. Yeah, the thing of it is that yeah, he's giving my son grief apparently because he's not, really. I mean, folks, I talked to these people across the way from me. Nice folks, okay? Nice folks, okay? I mean, I bought some of their stuff. They do maple syrup, okay? Maple syrup, and then like a maple cream. Oh, that maple cream is good. And then they had some maple. It was a root beer that was, the sugar was maple, okay? Anyways, so the maple soda, maple syrup soda, root beer, and it was great. I'm telling you, we got some cold. Oh, it was so hot. Oh my gosh, it was like heat index had to be like 100 degrees because it was 94 degrees, and then some humidity, and we were close to asphalt. I mean, it was hot. But so I buy this stuff from these folks, but I get to talking, and apparently the wife really likes Maddow, and the husband doesn't, okay? So they're like in a mixed marriage, okay? Anyhow, he does this whole thing. He's like, well, yeah, I mean, you get upset with me when I talk about her and whatever. And I said, look, I said, you like that lady? I mean, you think she's like good or what? And she's like, yeah, I watch her every night. I found one, okay? Every I mean, come on. But anyhow, yeah, he's always late. So whatever. I mean, I don't know. And I could already give you a speech. I know it. I know exactly what he's gonna say. So, anyways, but yeah, you know what, Izzy Dogs, I didn't either. I didn't. It didn't make any sense to me. I mean, I agree with the emails from our esteemed doctor, right? But anyways, the where was I going with that? I was watching all the comments on the side. I always get distracted by your comments. Anyways, where was it? Okay, so yeah, she watches every night. And I said, well, have you seen the emails? Right? Have you seen this? And she's like, yeah. And I said, well, she goes, well, I still believe in him. I mean, he really had to put up a lot, because of who was in office. Really? I mean, but she still believes in him, folks. So I said, well, she goes, I need to read those a little bit more closely. I mean, because I still believe. I said, well, I'll tell you what. I said, you do that. You read those and then tell me if you still believe in it. Because I don't. I mean, there's no way. There's just no way. So, but she still believes. So some people, folks, I just want you to know this, because I know you talk to people and they're like, it could be about anything, right? Like I talk to people about art, and I got great art, and maybe they go buy some other art. Why would they do that? I don't know. But the bottom line is, it becomes even more difficult to understand when it's philosophical and it's truth, right? So when you get into that scenario where you're dealing with these philosophical differences and you can present them with facts, even like an email from the very person they believe in that says that they were basically lying, what else are you supposed to present them with at that point? So folks, I just want you to know, some people, it's like they got the Stockholm syndrome. They are not going to let go of this, okay? But for the most part, we only saw a few people, with this over their face, okay? So, hey, if you haven't already, please smash that like, folks. And yeah, it's amazing, Samantha 1776. I don't. It's hard to understand, okay? I don't know. I don't get it. So I really don't get it. It's hard to understand when you can present them with the exact words of the person, and yet, and you know that it's contrary to what he was trying to tell everybody. Well, not trying, was telling everybody, and then all of a sudden, that doesn't matter. So, whatever. But anyways, it was a great time though, people. I love getting together with folks, and to see all those people out there enjoying the summer sunshine. Granted, it was hot, but still, just to see everybody out there, with no coverings over their face and walking around and talking. And I just stuck my hand out and shook everybody's hand, okay? Because good night, I'll give them hugs if they want them, okay? But, oh my gosh, Greg, I know I've seen that, Greg. It's just nuts. Like, what in the world? I don't understand this stuff. I mean, if you're by yourself in your own car, I mean, some of these people, I mean, they really believe, folks. They're the true believers. You got to give them credit. True believers. Oh, anyways. Yeah, I know, Izzy Dogs. It's just nuts. So, but some people are just whacked, folks. They're just whacked. You're not going to get them unwhacked. They're just going to be what they are. And you can do your best, and I encourage you to do your best. Ask them questions. Okay, seriously, ask them questions. I asked this lady numerous questions that I can't talk about here, but I will soon. Okay, and I will ask. I will tell you the questions I asked, and we actually had a pretty good discussion. Oh wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that about Royal Caribbean. Yeah, actually, no, I had heard that. And then DeSantis was putting up a fight. Fine. I just won't go on their cruise. But that being said, it's still wrong to do. Okay, they're trying to, I guess make us second-tier members of society. Heck with that. So that's what's going on there, folks. I mean, look, we need to get together. We need to see other people. We need to have real contact with people. Okay, it's important. It's important. So don't buy into the fact that you can't. Look, last year I did 2 full-on on art shows, and they just went on like normal. I mean, it was totally normal. And you know what? I was fine. All the folks were fine. There wasn't massive outbreaks. I know that they probably wanted it in the media, but it didn't happen. So you know, we just went on. Going back to Doug. Okay, so yeah, the show wasn't phenomenal. It was okay, meaning that I mean, sales were okay. They weren't great, but it was hot. And when it's hot like that, that always cuts. I don't think it was anything other than the fact that it was just so hot. People get a little lethargic. I mean, I must have gone through a gallon of fluids today. So, when will you do a show in Richmond again? Uh, if it's not, is I won't, Janet. That's it. New Richmond. That was the one show for the year there, and I didn't do enough that I'm going to go back. Um, but I will be up in northeast Wisconsin in August. I always go up and do what's called Loon Day and After Loon Delight in Boulder Junction. And those are the only other shows I have in Wisconsin this year. Originally, I didn't have anything in Minnesota because our governor's an idiot, but he finally loosened some stuff up and people are going on. And actually, some shows just said, we're doing it anyways. I was really glad for their courage because I drilled them pretty hard because last year, these people said, we're gonna go ahead with our shows, and then they didn't. So, they say they're gonna do it, and then they just let us down. So, yeah, I would love to support people who are going to go on with their shows in spite of the edicts, and that's what I did in Wisconsin. I went and went to shows where they went on in spite of it, and people with courage. So, haha, Craig, glad you decided. The user's manual is the greatest thing for a camera, Craig. Like, you read the user's manual, it's the handiest thing to read if you got a camera, folks. Oh, hey, I want you, folks, if you have not subscribed, so Craig, if you have not subscribed to Fearless Photography Guys, it may be tomorrow night that we do a stream. We're going to do the exposure triangle and basic settings of a camera. So if you want that stuff, go over there and subscribe. I mean, it will vastly improve your picture taking. I'm serious. I mean, no smoke. It will vastly improve your ability to take pictures. So make sure if you want to know about that. And I'm big on getting citizen journalists who get better footage. And I can tell you also how to set up for video, because you don't want to shoot in auto, folks. Just don't do it. So just make sure if you want any of that information, I'll run that on Fearless Photography Guys. So Fearless Photography Guys, Samantha 1776. Fearless Photography Guys. It's not Fearless Photographers. That's a different channel. It's not ours. It's Fearless. It's a great channel. We covered some other